Hi everyone, and welcome to my first podcast. My name is Anna, and I'm currently traveling through Southeast Asia. During this trip, and actually during my life, I guess, I've met really interesting people with whom I had really deep and incredible conversations. And I just wish I would have recorded them because I learned so many things. So I just decided to start the podcast to record and share the knowledge of everyone I meet, really, with anyone that is willing to listen to it. Because deep down, I really feel everyone has something to give and share with this world. Yeah, and I just want to build this community in which we can all share and give and learn and evolve together and have our own thoughts and ideas and talk about a lot of different topics. So today, I have Zaza with me. She is a girl I met in a monastery in North Thailand. She's from China, and we've just had the best conversations lately. So we figured we would just start this podcast that I've always been dreaming about. Do you want to introduce yourself, Zaza?
Hello, my name is Zaza. I'm from China. I met Anna from monastery, and now we are staying in Pai. In these days, we have a lot of conversation and we enjoy to stay with each other. So we decided to record the main things we talk about for memory or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe first it would be good to explain a little bit about the monastery and when we learned them.
Yeah.
So in the monastery, we did different types of meditation, and we kind of followed the routine of the monks, which was really interesting. I actually really enjoyed it. The first 3 days I was silent and I was not using any electronic device. And I guess my biggest takeout from the monastery was the importance of accepting the present moment, because even though it is something I already knew about, I knew about the present is the only thing we live, the past has already gone, the future still doesn't exist, and all that. Like, my mind knew about that, but I didn't really fully ever experienced present, like awareness, mindfulness. So it was really interesting for me to be able to experience and understand how it feels to actually fully be present in this moment, in this time, in this place, like everything. And I wish I could feel this type of awareness and mindfulness and presence every day. Some days it may be just like a few minutes or an hour, but yeah, I think that's my biggest takeout. The fact of really enjoying the present moment and understanding that whatever it is that I may want or desire, or if I think about people in Spain or something like that, understanding that that's not my present moment right now. So that's my biggest takeout. Which is your biggest learning?
Biggest learning.
Yeah.
So why I go to a monastery, first of all, because I heard this monastery when I was traveled in Laos. I heard it's from Turkey girl, and when I heard about this, and I think I really needed to go to this place because the lockdown experience in Xinjiang province. Maybe later I will introduce this experience, and actually after that experience, I have a lot of nightmares. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you want, you can talk a little bit about this experience.
Yeah.
So that people that may watch.
So you mean the lockdown experience?
Yeah, briefly.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? How long? And how you felt about it?
Okay. So actually, in these 3 years lockdown in China, they have some which is a short lockdown experience, which is the longest. The longest lockdown experience was when I was travel in Xinjiang province. The funny thing is why I traveled to Xinjiang, because I worked in a city, which is near Hong Kong. The city named Shenzhen. I feel stressful about the work, about the relationship. I broke up with my ex-boyfriend. So I think I need to travel. I traveled 4 years ago. I already loving travel, and I know travel helps me a lot. So I left the city and I traveled to Xinjiang province. But I was locked down there for 3 months, just stay there in a hotel alone.
And because of that, because you stayed there alone, and then you got the COVID, and then
Yeah.
they didn't provide you any medicine, and
Yeah.
it was everything was like.
Yeah. So
Then
it's
you got scared.
yeah. So it's actually the totally is 3 months. It's actually like 95 days. And the first month, because I'm the person who is very easy to just be alone, it's okay for me. So the first month, I think I kind of feel a little bit scared, but I still can live a normal life, sleep regularly, eat well. At the end of the first month, it's the end of the September last year, I got the virus, which I have the very high fever, which was the 14 degree. So I realized I got the virus. I feel headache, I cough a lot, and even when because in China when you got the virus, they will just take you to a very big place which have a lot of people got the virus. The government just take you from your home or hotel, put there, and they don't get you. The place is dirty or something. So I got a fever, and the people who is responsible the hotel, they don't give me the medicine because they lied to me. The medicine, whole city, the medicine is already is done, just they don't have. But in the end of the day, I contact a man who I learned at the local place. Then kind of I get the medicine. But actually get the virus is not the worst part. Yeah, for the most worst part is I realize I can't be sick any longer, and I don't know when I can leave that place, leave Xinjiang, and I don't know when the lockdown will be finished. And if I got sick, or even like my relatives, my parents who is sick, I can't go home. And if I'm sick, no, the people won't help me and won't get me to the hospital because I already know they don't care. They really don't care. It's just beyond my imagination. They just don't care. So that is the scares that I am very afraid that I will sick again, and these people is keeping scare me because in this time people who work for government they have a very big power for me. I don't have any rights. I can only stay at home. I provide the food by the people. I just stay at home. I don't have any choice to choose what I want. At that time, the 3 months, or what I only want is I can walk on the streets. I just want a freedom. So, and also what the scary part is actually the man I told you the man I talked to the local people. Actually, he know the hotel I stay. He know the boss. He know the boss of that hotel, and
Because you told him because he was going to bring you the medicine.
Yeah. And he also know the people who give me the food, who deliver the food. But then he kind of send me the message. He want to see me at night, or he likes me like this. He didn't have very bad behavior or bad good talking. So at that time, my mental is kind of weak. I kind of feel scared. Maybe what he wants, he can come to my house. So actually, I was scared if the food that I eat every day have the poison or something. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So actually, the food on the top of the food that normally I just leave it. I just eat the food on the bottom.
On the bottom.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So And but that man is very thin, so I kind of like practice myself because I learn a little bit taekwondo, so I try to practice taekwondo in my home. But I know taekwondo actually,
That's incredible.
yeah, like taekwondo I learned, but no other place. But in China, the taekwondo I learned that it's more about like make your body fitness. When you really have the fight with people, it's actually cannot work very well. But practice the kind of help me like build my confidence and make my not so scared. Like
Yeah.
like convince myself if this man come, I can fight with him because he's actually thin. Maybe he's he's very thin. So yeah, this is scare part. Also another man which is responsible for the hotel I stay, and that is I already locked down for 2 months. And that time my mental is already not very well because the COVID. I take 2 weeks to recover from the COVID, and also lockdown. I feel I can't sleep well. I'm scared because these people they always you are completely quiet place, but these people no matter what they want to tell you some information or give you food or take a test, they just lock it down very loudly. So make my head the mental it's very weak. Yeah,
Yes.
make it smell weak. Make my
And
mental.
also, the responsible for the hotel, the man that was responsible for the
Yeah.
hotel, he also wanted to
Yeah.
talk with you, and
Yeah.
he had the key of your room. Like
Yeah,
he could
yeah,
enter.
yeah, he can because it's a hotel. They always have a key to
Yeah.
open all the room they have.
And
Because-
that's like, so you were really scared for a long time.
Yeah. So like so this experience, I have the nightmare and I feel insecure to go to a place which I'm not familiar with. But we traveled in China to Yunnan province near Laos, and I have friends know me. I was there, so he invited me to travel to Laos. Then I was thinking, because I traveled around the country before the COVID, so I think it's time to see different world. And I know Chinese culture is very different from the other people's culture, so and I want to see something different. So that's why I traveled.
Good. And then you went to Laos, and there you met a girl from Tokyo,
Yeah.
and she talked to you about the monastery in Thailand.
Yeah.
So you decided to go to Thailand.
Yeah.
And that's how we met.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So, what did you learn in the monastery? What is that the thing that you are like grateful for the monastery or something?
First, this whole environment is just the reason I go there, because the monks and the information lady and the friends I meet, and just give me support and love. So it's like actually like because of the lockdown experience, it's kind of like change my views about the world. Like people can, if someone have the power, they can hurt you, and if you are sick, they can leave you, and even they can do me a small favor, but they won't. But when I come to the monastery, it's just give me the answer and say this world is not that so bad. Yeah. First of all, I realized like this world is not so bad. But since I stay there, I meet friends, and meet the friends is the most important part for me there. So I spend a lot of time with these friends. I meet like Anna and other friends. So it's helped me a lot, and gradually I feel I'm in a place like Thai people. They're also so kind. I just realized China, like it feels so different, and it's actually. I think I don't know how to explain. it.
Do you feel like you finally are part of like maybe a community where you can actually be yourself and like express yourself? and, you know?
It's like I think that is the place like they can accept me, give me support, and I can express myself. And actually, this is how life should be.
Yeah.
That is. It's like when I was in China, the work is so stressful. The lockdown experience is just so scared. But when I come here, I go to monastery. Maybe I think monastery is a special place because we have some limited. We have a whole day schedule to have the meditation. We stay with the monks, talk with monks. But even when I leave the monastery, left the monastery, I come to Pai, and I spend several days in Pai. I meet other friends. Yeah, this is the life which I like. It's making me not to feel so disappointed about life, I think.
Yeah, wow, that's good. So, do you want to talk about the drugs?
Yeah.
Because here in Thailand, weed is legal, which is something I didn't know when I came. And yesterday we talked about drugs and like our point of view about drugs, because she actually had some friends in Pai that we met at the night market, and they were pretty stoned and drunk basically. So there was one particular guy who kind of kept making jokes which I didn't like and I didn't really follow, because I don't know, they were just stupid jokes about drunk people. I don't know. But then we were just walking and then we found them again, and then they kind of walked in front of us and she said something like, I don't know what I told her, and she was like, yes, because his brain is not working well. And I was like, wow, that's kind of really direct to say. And she's like, yes, because he drank alcohol and smoked weed, so now his brain is not functioning well. And I was like, wow, I guess, I mean, it's true. But then if you want, you can tell again what you mean about that his brain was not working good.
Okay, so when I was in the monastery and the monk says we can be mindful, we can focus on the breath or the mind. Mindful be anything, but our mind, our brain have its function like memory, emotion, thinking, and the mind like this. So it have its own function, and it's just like our hearts keep beating, our lungs keep breathing, our brains always have its own function and keep working. Because I like drinking alcohol before, because I kind of person have the fear to express myself. So
when you drank, you find you could explain things better with your friends. Okay.
Before I just feel I don't feel fear, so I think people who drink alcohol, they will know what I mean. So for me it's like I don't fear to express myself. So I know actually the alcohol just directly infects you, work to your brain, because most time it's your brain or the mind of your brain make you fear, right? So if you drink the alcohol too much or you have the drugs, they will affect you. They will affect your brain's function directly. And if you drink too much, then maybe the function of your brain can't work very well. Then so that maybe you can't make a decision rational and thinking clearly. And at the same time you can't realize it. Like the man who we meet at the street talk with Anna, but he didn't realize that he was just being funny, and Anna actually don't like it, but he can't realize it.
Yeah, he didn't realize he was doing all those things. Yeah. Do you need alcohol now to talk and express yourself?
Before around 5 years, actually, I was totally almost be myself, read the books, because I don't know how to talk with people. Then I meet some friends who take me the wine. At that time, I already 21 years old, and I drink alcohol. Then I realized I can express myself, and also after that, I need to have alcohol when I meet friends, so that I can express myself better. And even I feel stressful about my work, sometimes I drink alcohol every day. And because I feel very desperation when I was in that job, and even I can't breathe very well.
Wow.
Yes, so alcohol definitely will help me. Won't feel so suffer about the mental. It's help definitely. Because the stressful about the work and the bad relationship, I started to travel again. There is a hostel I like a lot. I like very much. I go there many times, and the friends there, they like to have they always prepare the tea with Chinese tea, and I realized I can express myself well when I drink tea with these friends, and I enjoy it very much. And actually, when they play music, it's also helped me not so just the Sophia. Yeah, music also helped me. And gradually, I realized that I don't need the alcohol help me to express myself. The tea is named Pu'er. It's the best tea in China. So when I prepare the tea, it's actually like you are do something is mindful, because you see the tea how it's look, and you smell before you put it inside the water, and you also sometimes we prepare very beautiful ceramic for prepared tea. It's how, and you can see how it look with the tea and the smell when the tea inside the water, and when you drink the tea you feel the temperature and the taste, and it's kind of will create a very soft, friendly energy environment.
Yeah, it's like a ritual.
Yeah,
Like,
I really like that.